welcome, thanks for watching. Let's count down my top 10 favourite bikes of all time. See if you can guess what's number 1. Number 10, the Honda NR750. This was taken at our RC meet at Donington, RC Celebration. The NR750, practically a V8, oval pistoned, 32 valve, 750. A little bit underpowered, a bit underwhelmed I think people by it. But the engineering behind making those oval pistons is what makes it so special to me, and just the sheer presence of the bike. Absolutely gorgeous bike. Number 9. Bit biased on this, aren't I, really? This was Owen's ones that I borrowed for a month when I was thinking, oh, I'd like to get an SP1. Borrowed this and thought, I've just got to do it. Colin Edwards goes out year 2000, beats Ducati their own game and wins the World Superbike. Also ridden by Joey at the Isle of Man. He won his final TT. John McGuinness on his purple Vimto. And there goes Joey.
Over the line, Joey Dunlop. Well, it's not confirmed yet, but I'd be...
Also ridden by Nicky Hayden, the late great Nicky Hayden. Number 8, Ducati Desmosedici. I mean, look at it. Absolutely beautiful piece of engineering. Best known for being made, really, to celebrate Casey Stoner's MotoGP win. Absolutely beautiful piece of machinery. So rare. I've only ever seen one in the flesh. It's just absolutely gorgeous, especially in that livery. Number 7. The original Honda Fireblade CBR 900RR 1992. Best known probably for being in the blue, white and red. But I love the colours of Ken's one, the black and grey there. The game changer. The big engine in a little light frame. Made by that man, Tadeo Baba. And he finished off with the 954, which is my bike, but I can't have 2 of my bikes in this top 10, can I? Number 6, Suzuki GSXR100. Started it all off for me, there I am, when I had hair. My old man's Gixxer 1100. Beautiful bikes, massive heavy beasts, but so much power, just so fast. It's what made me fall in love with bikes in the first place and think I can't wait till I'm old enough to own something like this. Absolute beasts. Number 5, the RVF 750 RC45. There's Joey. There's Mr. Hislop. Back in 1994, I remember this. Castrol Honda RC45 dominating at the Isle of Man. Then of course the likes of Aaron Slight and John Kaczynski. John Kaczynski won the World Superbikes on it. Aaron Slight there. And Mr. Carl Fogarty, who is very unsuccessful on the RC45, went straight back to Ducati. The RC45 was just such a quality World Superbike. Number 4, Honda NSR 500. 2-stroke, the big beast. Best known, I suppose, Mick Doohan's championship winning 5 in a row he won on the NSR 500. Best known probably for the Repsol livery we see here. Mr. Doohan parading it around. But the ultimate of 2-strokes, wasn't it, really? Absolute beast of a bike. Let's have a listen. Number 3, the Ducati 916, later on the SP. Made famous, obviously, by Mr. Carl Fogarty winning 4 World Superbike Championships on it. I think it was 4. Absolute legendary era. And that bike, just the look of it, just changed everything, didn't it? They nicked the exhaust design off of the NR750 Tamburini when he saw it. That front end, that nose cone just changed the look of every bike, and all the street fighters had that rear end, didn't they? The single-sided swing arm, just absolutely gorgeous looking bike. Number 2 is easily the best looking and the best sounding, maybe. Let's have a little listen to it. Just look at it, that design, that front end, just it looks in perfect proportion. Should we have another listen? And my number 1 best bike of all time, the Britain VTwin, handmade by John Britton and a few of his mates in a garage in New Zealand, built to take on the might of Ducati, the factory money behind it. John Britton just thought, I'm going to design a bike completely different to anything. We're going to build it all in his garage outside the back of his house, him and his mates. Chassis-less design. I mean, it has no chassis. Everything is bolted to the engine. Using carbon fibre, carving it out all by hand, completely different to anything else you'll see. Hub centre steering, and he thought, I'm going to take on one of the biggest manufacturers at their own game at Daytona. Just an awesome bike by an absolute genius of a man who designed and manufactured the majority of the parts on this bike. John made as much of the bike as he possibly could. Even the engine casings were built at home, cast in his wife's kiln.
Excuse me, get some more water from the swimming pool. Can't believe it.
Using the water out of his swimming pool to make the engine. I've only ever seen one in the flesh, and I almost exploded when I saw it at Goodwood Festival of Speed. The bike's completely hollow underneath the fairing all the way through, and the radiator sits under the rider's seat. Absolutely ingenious design.
To go.
And then there's the sound, absolute raw, that VTwin. Guy Martin's favourite ever bike. JDi Dunlop only got to trial the bike for a few laps around the block. Just an amazing piece of engineering, and For that, it will always be my favourite bike. One of only 10 ever made. They're estimated to be worth in excess of £1 million each now. And unfortunately, John Britton died in 1995 of cancer, so it will never be replicated. Rest in peace, John Britton. Absolute genius and an absolutely awesome motorcycle. For me, will never be beaten.
I suppose for the satisfaction, the more difficult something is, the more satisfaction you get out of it if you get a good result.